here we are again, you merry listeners. Welcome back to the channel. On the trusty steed once again. None of that scrambler nonsense. Something with a bit more bite. Back on the Speedmaster and its beautiful 1200. Not that the scrambler doesn't have a 1200, it just doesn't sound the same. Thank you if you have recently subscribed. If you haven't, then there's an icon bottom right of your screen down there, and you should press it because you're nice people. And if you are a nice person, then you will press it. I mean, there's just no two which ways about it, really. What that says about you if you don't press it, well. It is a little chilly today. It is 2 degrees, and it's supposed to be bright sunshine, but you'll notice it's not. It's more like sort of post-apocalyptic kind of cloud, but it is cold. So I'm really looking forward to when we hit the open road and you add 60 miles of 60 miles per, I was going to say miles per gallon, 60 mile an hour wind chill on top of 2 degree actual outside temperature. But so that's going to be exciting. I have got my gloves turned on, so these are my winter gloves, and they are turned onto 2 hotness 2 of 3 amber hotness rather than full-on red hotness. So amber hotness it is, giving me one more level to go to should I really need it. I never like going, you're in the middle of the f***ing road, bell end. I do apologise. It just gets on my tits when people just drive in the middle of the road. Yes, it's a thin road, so even more reason, like this chap here, to stay on the right, or rather the left, the correct side of the road. If you're in America, don't worry, you're not looking in a mirror. I am driving on the correct side of the road. It's just you got it wrong. But don't let it upset you. I wonder why America went to the right-hand side of the road rather than the left-hand side of the road. Because obviously Britain didn't exactly own America, but we sort of colonized, had parts of, you know, the 13 colonies then became sort of British colonies and things. So after the War of Independence, where Americans pushed the British out, congratulations, well done, I wonder why you went to the right hand side of the road rather than the left. It's very peculiar. Not that there were cars back then, but you'd have thought I don't know. If anyone knows why America went to driving on the right rather than driving on the left like real people, then do let me know. There are actually very few countries that do drive on the left, which is perhaps says a lot about us. But yeah, I'd be interested. So yeah, right, if you know the answer, do write down in the comment section, because I'd be interested to know, and I can't be bothered to look it up myself. So, and somebody, you know, actually might know the answer. If you Google it, you're cheating. If you happen to know the answer, I'm actually genuinely impressed. So well done, and you do deserve a cookie. Speaking of cookies, I would really like one. One of those kind of slightly soggy ones. The ones that... What on earth's going on here? Oh, they're planting hedging. Really? This time it's winter. I have to say, that's quite an interesting choice of time. Surely spring for hedge planting. God, there are a lot of them at it. Look at all these hedges they've put in. Or hedgerows. I mean, I know we're in a... Maybe they got some grant to put in lots of hedgerows, because I know we're trying to re-hedgerow the land, as it were, because we knocked them all down so that we could farm bigger fields. But not that any of our fields are actually very big when you compare them to, say, Canada. I saw an amazing photo the other day of it was after those bad storms in Canada, and I hope you're all right, anyone listening out there, but there have just been some terrible storms and floods in Canada, if you didn't know. And sort of connected to that was a picture of these enormous wheat fields, or crop fields, and whereas in England you might see a combine harvester with a couple of tractors and trailers going next to it, here you're just seeing into the far distance combine after, there must have been 8 combines all kind of trolling along together. It was a bit like when you go to a sports event and they're mowing, you've just been to Twickenham, or you've just been to the Emirates, or Lords, or wherever it might be, and you see all the groundsmen kind of following each other with lawnmowers, and they kind of go in little staggered more lawn mowing lines to make the nice patterns. And it was like that, but with combine harvesters. It was amazing to see. The other thing about riding when it's really cold is, despite having the old pin lock visor system going on, I am beginning to steam up in here. Maybe I should talk less. People have been saying that for years. But yeah, a little bit of getting quite a lot of moisture build-up going on. And I don't really want to open all the vents because it's Baltic outside. I mean, really, actually quite cold. I know that because I can't feel my toes. My fingers are toasty warm. I can't remember what make these are. These Kais, or are these... I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't think they are. Yeah, something else. 40 miles in the tank. 40 miles to go. I'd call that PIMMS o'clock. PIMMS. Oh. Do you know what's really upsetting is that PIMMS and the accompanying lemonade, general fruit, and suggestion of cucumber is now basically the only alcoholic drink that still tastes disgusting after getting COVID. So when I first got COVID, I lost all my taste and smell. But over the last, so it happened about exactly a year ago. So a year ago today, genuinely a year ago today, I lost my taste and smell, and it's almost back to normal 365 days later. However, it's not quite back to normal, so there's still some things that are pretty revolting. So cooking, frying sort of onions and garlic, as you do as a staple for the beginning of a lot of different foods, that can smell pretty rank. But connected to that is BO, so your body odour, your dirty, dirty stench, that actually smells like sweating onions. So I get the same smell from BO as I do from cooking, and that's not great. As the COVID rates absolutely blossom in Western Europe, and Austria, Germany, etc., all start imposing different levels of lockdown again. I guess we should be grateful so far in this country that we're looking okay for the winter, but we will see. There's no telling with this dirty virus. But yeah, so PIMMS I think because it's got the lemonade in, and I think rather than it being the alcohol, I think it's the lemonade that's causing me problems. Because there are other drinks like sort of ginger beer, cocoa, all those kind of carbonated things. I can now smell oil. That's not good either. So those carbonated drinks don't taste right at all. And my God, it's cold. Jesus. I'm okay in my body, my torso, because I have on one layer of Under Armour, one woolly shirt, one cashmere jumper, that's wool again, one fleecy gilet, one leather riding jacket, and one beautiful orange wind and rainproof top that you can not fail to see in there. So the torso's okay, the hands are okay, but the legs just have jeans on, and yes, they are my thickest riding jeans, but sort of the wind blows up the trouser. I am now getting my legs quite close to the pipes in order to try and gently toast them, but it's not really working. Cool. Chilly. Car. That's very unusual to have a car coming in, but we're okay. It's a nasty little turning out, that one, because you have to really look backwards to do it, and when you've got a load of layers on, it gets harder to look around, so more careful mirror searching is required. Now, what have we got here? Joining the 303. You look happy. And indicate out. Is there anybody there? There is nobody there. And 5th. Gentle acceleration, and 6th. And let's just... Oh, okay, we're not going further than 65 because it's too cold. Oh! Blowing into the helmet as well. You don't know how lucky you are in your little BMW up in front. You've probably got the air conditioning set to 20.5 degrees. You know when you see pictures of those mountaineers with icicles growing out of their noses? I feel it's the sort of thing you might have seen in the film Cool Runnings as well, when Sanka put his hot water bottle down his trousers or whatever it was. I would love a hot water bottle down my trousers to warm those little chaps up, because it's getting a little, it's a bit like when you go into cold water suddenly. The meat and 2 veg have shrunk to, well, not a lot. Speed camera, I hope I am doing correctly. I believe I am. Do not flash at me. Thank you. Yes. All these people with that. It's the middle of the day, by the way. Don't think it's like the evening. It's like 12. It's exactly noon, and it's dark as fuck. It's also colder than a icicles todger. Maybe I should get those sort of you know, you always used to see those kind of old guys, actually no, and sort of city workers as well. They used to cycle into work, and they used to wear bicycle clips to keep their trousers from getting caught in the oily chains. They're nice suit trousers. Savile Row, darling, don't you know? But I was just thinking, if I had a nice pair of old-fashioned trouser clips, cycle clips, it might stop some of the wind blowing up my legs, and that's quite an appealing idea, because I think my kneecaps might be frozen. Can I get any closer to the exhaust pipes? No. It's my only bit of internal heating. Riding home for Christmas. Still got a month to go before that, so... Should I do another Christmas episode, by the way? Again, one to answer in the comments, please. I did one, or did I? I did one last year, which was about eating mince pies. I'll try and put the link top right. No one watched it, so that was a waste of time. But, well, actually, some people did watch it, just not very many. I really enjoyed doing it, and I got a massive sugar high from eating mince pies, and I felt very sick. But it was quite fun. I was dressed as Father Christmas, as you do. But if you want me to do another Christmas one, do let me know, and indeed suggestions welcome as to what I should do down there in the comments section below. All suggestions, no matter how silly, are welcome. I might not do them, but it'd be quite fun to read the suggestions. It's interesting with making YouTube videos. It's hard to come up with new content, or to be inspired to make kind of new content and things. It's not as easy as you might think, and I'm hugely impressed by all those people who have successful YouTube accounts and manage to put out a weekly video or a 2 weekly video. I just, well, A, the editing time involved, but B, trying to come up with ideas to do alongside you know, your normal job and all the rest of it, and everything else you have to do. Just quite impressive. So yeah, I'm going to steal your ideas, anyone that writes down in the comments section. Hope you don't mind. And on that note, thank you very much for watching this very pointless and random video. Pointless, random and cold video. So really it's a 3 for 1 if you're looking for a deal this before Christmas time. That is the deal of the century. A 3 for 1 on FozBox. Who would have thought such a thing were possible? Thank you very much for watching, and if you have not subscribed, follow the instructions that are about to appear on the screen. Thank you very much.